Hey y'all, it is Tuesday, about 11 o'clock, I guess. Um, I was going to make a video about what happened right before and after President Reagan became president concerning our mentally ill and mental hospitals. Now, y'all, do not get ugly and disrespectful. I have a right to talk about whatever I want to on my channel. Now, y'all know I'm not talking to 99.99% of you at all. But I did want to put that out there. I wanted to do a little research so I could be better informed about this subject. Well, let me say, there is no way that I could recite any of these numbers to you or specific incidences, of which there are thousands, thousands upon thousands of things that occurred when mentally ill patients were pushed out of psychiatric hospitals into so-called nursing homes, board and cares, you name it. These places just cropped up everywhere, specifically to help these mentally ill patients. They were all run by private businesses and people. They were for-profit businesses. We all know what happens when a business is run for profit. It sucks. I'm pissed off, y'all. I'm upset, but I'm just going to hit kind of the highlights. When these poor mentally ill people were forced out of the psychiatric hospitals where they were being treated and their diseases were being managed, these places that cropped up to take care of them, which were all about making money, they were not getting their medications. They were not being supervised. They were being brutalized by the neighborhood people. Not all people, but the bad people were brutalizing these mentally ill people. They were taking advantage of them. These board and cares and all these places, they were in low rent, run down parts of cities. These mentally ill people, through no fault of their own, were put out of the very places that were taking care of them. Now, were they all wonderful hospitals? No. Were there abuses that went on in some of these places? Yes. But nothing compares to the inhumanity of putting a mentally ill person out on the street to fend for themselves. Many, many, many horrendous crimes were committed by these poor mentally ill people, and I do not blame them. I blame the people who are responsible for closing down these hospitals. The incidences in people being arrested, being incarcerated, and thrown into jail with no treatment for their mental illnesses blew up. People who ran the jails and the prisons and so on, they didn't know how to deal with mentally ill people. They didn't get any treatment. And when these jails and prisons wanted to treat these mentally ill people that were incarcerated, attorneys jumped in there and said, no, my client has a right to refuse their medication and be mentally ill. Obviously, that breaks my heart. When you are at the point in your mental illness, you are not able to make decisions for yourself regarding your mental health or your physical health. Where is the love and the compassion for our fellow human beings? Where is it? I don't know, but it's gone. Now, the other thing that happened, and there are thousands of cases, y'all, where mentally ill people have killed many, many people. Thrown into jail, not treated, and released. At the Borden Cares and all these places that were supposed to be helping them and taking care of them, they were not supervised. They were free to come and go as they wanted. That was their right. And they killed hundreds and thousands of innocent people. Again, I don't blame them. Now, the other thing that happened because of the deinstitutionalization of these poor individuals was that they became homeless. Huge, huge portion of our homeless people are mentally ill. And no matter how many programs you have, no matter how many social workers you have, no matter how many tents you put up, no matter how many tiny homes you build, that is not going to change anything for mentally ill people. Now, I'm going to end this video, but I am going to say two more things. One, if anyone in my family, which my sister was one, which my niece is one, were on the street mentally ill, would I want them to be involuntarily committed to a mental facility? Yes, hell yes, I would. I would do it myself for their protection and the protection of others. And the second thing I'm going to say is, if I were ever at that point, I hope to God that someone would have mercy enough on me to make sure that I went to a good mental facility. Yeah, I would want someone to have that much caring, that much love, and that much mercy on me, to not let me roam the streets, filthy, dirty, hungry, being harassed by policemen, being harassed by other people, being beaten, being stolen from, talking to myself, beating the bushes with a stick, having fights with someone who doesn't exist, and hurting innocent people. Please lock me up. Do me the favor, do other people the favor. Have mercy. Have mercy. That's all, y'all. That's all. Bye now.